Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Tyler Price, and on my channel we discuss productivity, money, books, and everything lifestyle. As we're approaching 2024, I thought it'd be a great time to kind of go through my books, the ones that I recently purchased. And honestly, guys, I would say 80% of these books were recently purchased in the last 3 months. So my goal for 2024 is to read through what I own. I'm doing a no spend year, and I have another video where I'll be talking about my no spend year. But really the goal is to go through what I currently own and read some of the books. So for this video, I'd like to talk about the 24 books that I plan on reading in 2024. Now, I'll read a lot more books than that. I don't really have a goal in terms of the number of books that I like to read. One of the YouTubers that I watch stated that she was a mood reader, and I think I am that too, that I read what I feel like reading. And so I may buy a book and have good intentions, and I plan to read it at some point, but it won't be the next book that I read. I need to be in the mood to read a book. So with that said, I'm going to go through. These are the books that I intend to read, the 24 books right here, and I'll go through them. And I'll be honest with you guys, I bought a lot of books the last few months. This year, my focus had primarily been on historical novels. I love historical romances. The Bridgerton series got me into a rabbit hole that honestly I did not get out of for about 18 months. So most of what I've read in 2023 have been historicals. I've read Tessa Dare's backlist. I've read Lorraine Heath's backlist. I've read, Stacey Reid. I love her. I've read most of her books. Let's see, Tessa Dare, Stacey. I'm missing somebody. But yeah, so that's pretty much where I've spent most of my time in the last 18 months. However, recently I started reading more rom-com and more contemporary romance. I even dibbled and dabbed in mafia romances, and I'll do a video about that. Yeah. And also some steamy books. I like steam that you tend to see in historicals. However, the steam in some of these mafia romances and some of the more contemporary stuff, Sierra Simone, you know what I'm talking about, are very new to me. So anyway, so I'm rambling along. Let's go through and kind of go through the list of books that I'll be reading. Now, there are 24 books in this video. I will not go over like what each book is about because again, a lot of these are like popular authors. There's been a lot of videos made about them in terms of, where you could find them. So I'm not even going to spend too much time kind of going through what the books are about. So in no particular order. Now, the order that I'll probably put them in is that I want to talk about rom-com first and then fantasy. I recently got into fantasy. I'm currently reading Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. The copy of the book is right there. And I have to tell you, I am loving it. I didn't think that I was a fantasy. Okay, I'm a romantasy girl. I don't think I'm really a fantasy girl, but definitely a romantasy girl. So, and I am so loving it. I've been all into it. I'm super excited about it. There's a few fantasy books that are on or romantasy that are on my list. So I got my Starbucks coffee. I went to Starbucks this morning earlier, and my coffee's still good and hot. Oh, by the way, guys, the caramel brulee latte, the holiday drink. Don't sleep on it. I've had one almost every day. So since we also talk about money on this channel, I'll be spending some time kind of going over budget, and so trust me, we're not gonna just be stuck on spending money, buying coffee, buying books. I'm going on a no spend in January. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be buying any more books this year. I have, again, most of these books I have not read. Most of these books I purchased in the last 3 months. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started and go through my books. So the first book that I'd like to read is Long Shots by Kennedy Ryan. Y'all, Kennedy Ryan, I will read her to-do list. I will read her grocery list. I will read anything that she writes. I read Before I Let Go in the beginning of the year, and that book was so amazing. It was a 5-star read for me. I'll be doing a video on like my top 5 contemporary romance novels that I read this year. And Kennedy Ryan, honestly, like, she is definitely the queen. I want to read everything by her. My understanding is this is a sports romance. I don't really know too much about it, but I'm definitely, it's on the list of the books that I'll be reading this year. The second one is Love Hypothesis. So I have, just like Kendi Ryan, I've purchased a lot of her backlist. The same thing with Ali Hazelwood. I have not, confession, I haven't read anything by her yet. I do have this one. I also have Love Theoretically. So my understanding is this is the best one. So I'll start with this, and if I like it, then I'll read the other one. I also want to read Checkmate, but maybe later on. But these books that I'm going over are the ones that I would definitely read, the 24 books. So this is number 2. Another one is Abby Jimenez. I have not read anything by her. I own this book, and I think I also own Part of Your World. So I'll read either this one or Part of Your World. Tell me, let me know in comments if I should read this first or Part of Your World. But definitely Abby Jimenez. The third author is Frida McFadden. So Housemaid, y'all. I know this has been all over the internet, all over BookTube, YouTube, everything else. So let me know if I should read, if this one is what I should read. I also have The Inmate. And I was thinking maybe reading that one first, but let me know if I should read this one or The Inmate. I probably will get to both of them next year. Wanted to know which one you think I should read first. So that's number 4. Number 5 is The Neighbor Favor. I have heard a lot of wonderful things about this. I'm super excited about reading it. It's just giving me, I just know I'm going to love this book. So yeah, that's on the list. It may even be on the January TBR. We'll see. Next is One Summer in Savannah. A couple of YouTubers have talked about this. I recently bought this from, I think, Target. So yeah, it's about a girl that lives in New York and went home to Savannah, and I guess she falls in love, and now she has to make a decision in terms of does she want to go back to her life in New York, or does she want to stay in Savannah? And as a New Yorker turned Southern girl, actually a Southern girl turned New Yorker turned Southern girl again, I'm sure that I'm going to vibe with this book. So I'm super excited about this one as well. Okay, let's see. And then the next one is The Banned Bookshop. So this author actually came to my local bookstore recently. And it's really about a woman who who I think she goes into a small town. She's running her friend's bookstore, and the bookstore, the town has restrictions on what you could read. And so she has an underground book club, and just trying to see how that turns out with having an underground book club. So I'm all about this, especially in this day and age where books are being banned, which honestly, to each his own. I think that as a parent with 2 little kids, I control what my kids read. I don't need anyone else kind of dictating what my kids read. The next one is Magnolia Parks. Honestly, I don't really know anything about this book. I think it's about some girl and something. I don't know. I have no clue. The first cover looked different but I've seen so many things about it, so I'll check it out at some point since I bought it. And a lot of people on BookTube and YouTube and TikTok love it, so yeah. Oh, I do have Part of Your World. So Abby Jimenez is gonna get 2 books on my list. I don't know. We'll see about that. But yeah, maybe I should read this one first. I think I'll read Part of Your World first, and if I like it, then I'll read yours truly. But they're both on the list. I think she's the only author that has 2 books on my list. I was trying not to get 2 books per author. Oh, I didn't see that. I have this one. And then, Americana is by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I love her. She's probably one of my favorite writers, even though I've never fully read anything by her. But I just love her interview. I think she's wonderful. She's my shiro. I'm looking forward to reading this book. It won a couple of awards, and it's about a Nigerian girl that goes to Harvard and kind of really understanding the differences between cultures and racism, I think. And just really kind of learning about America and how things are here. So yeah, I'm excited about that book. Okay, well, how far are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're halfway there, guys. Emily Henry. I have a lot of her books. I think I have all 4 of them. Well, I don't, unless she has more than 4. I have them, and I have not read anything by her. But I did buy the books. As I said, I was buying stuff early in this year. I was just kind of in my world of historical romances. If you know, you know. And so definitely would love to read her book. In fact, guys, I'm looking through this and there's a theme going on here. Like I have a few books that are book related in terms of like in the bookstores or they have book in the title. So I may do a video on like books on books. Okay, moving right along. I think that's it. Oh wait, I have another. I have a couple more romance, and then the rest of them looks like it looks like I have. They look like fantasy or romantasy. So let me just go over the romances, and then we'll do that. So buy the book. Jasmine Gilroy, I love her. I was at a point where I was just reading all her books. I absolutely love her. I love The Wedding Date. I love I think it's The Proposal. And the other books that she had. I just absolutely love her. However, because I've been stuck in the world of historicals for about 18 months, or actually, honestly, since 2020 when Bridgerton started, I have not really read anything else. When I say Bridgerton started, I mean the series. That it got me this rabbit hole that I didn't get out of. I was just reading everybody's backlist. I mean, name the historical, I've read it. So definitely want to get back into kind of reading her books. I have a couple that have not read, so I'm excited about it. So buy the books on the list. And then Restore Me is a romance about a woman who, I guess her husband died, and she's hooks up with her husband's best friend. And I heard this is very steamy. Other than that, I think that, and she's looking for comfort in it, and it's been 12 years, I guess, since her husband died. Don't know too much about it. Heard a few people on YouTube or BookTube recommend it, so I'm gonna check it out because I'm super excited to see what is it. So I'm excited about it. And then the last romance-ish kind of book that I have is I'm going to read American Prince. So I read American Queen about 2-3 months ago, and it was just so beautifully written. I love Sierra Simone. I've read Priest and also Sinner. I like her a lot. I love her writing. However, her steam, she has a lot of steam in her books, and while I enjoy a bit of steam here or there, I need a break. Like I can't read her books like back to back to back to back. I just can't do it. So I definitely need to read this at some point, but it is on my list, and I'm really interested in Embry's story. I think his name is Embry, the vice president. I have to tell you, like, I'm just so excited to read about him because I just feel like he's so passionate and just loves all the characters and all the other two people in the book, in the American Queen book. And so just reading, I just want to, I left the first book wanting to know more about him after I read the first book, and I'm glad that a second book has been written. The spice and also the love is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm excited about kind of getting to know him a little bit more. So yeah, this is on my list. I probably won't read it until sometime in February, just because there are a few other things I want to read in January. And again, Sierra Simone is spicy, and I have a book, a Christmas book by her that I'm reading. So I think with her I can handle her spice in dosages. So yeah, that's all I can really say about that. It's on the list. And now, so this year I have gotten into Romantasy, and I see that Goodreads has a Romantasy category, but I definitely have gotten really into that. So as I said, I'm currently reading Throne of the Fallen, and I'm enjoying it. See, and I see that again, Goodreads has a section now on it, so I definitely want to get into that. And so I have a few books that are on my TBR that I'd like to read, and definitely, and I've purchased them, so I'm gonna read them. One thing about me, I'm frugal. I don't buy books just to be buying them. I don't buy books for the aesthetics. I like to read my books, and I like to annotate my books. I like to write in my books. I enjoy my books. I'm not into aesthetics. Books are not decoration for me. So on my channel, you're not going to see me like, look at my books. No, I love to read my books. These books that I recently, they're not read because I recently purchased them. And after I read books, I may keep a couple of them. I may give some away. I don't hoard books. I think, they're libraries if I want to reread a book. There are a couple of books that I'll probably keep long term, but for the most part, I, I read my books and then I'll pass them along. So with that said, the first one that I want to read is Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I bought this book because the cover is pretty. I bought this book because somebody recommended it on one of the channels that I watch. And so I am super excited about checking this out and seeing what exactly if I'm going to enjoy it. I don't really know too much about the story except other than some girl's heart is broken and she goes in and I don't know, something about her heart is broken and she makes a bargain with the Prince of Hearts. So I'm sure there's more to the story, but that's pretty much all I know. But bought it. The next one is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. I think I just butchered her poor name. So as I said, I'm reading Throne of the Fallen right now. I'm about 50% in. I started about 5 days ago. I'm a slow reader. I can't read 20 books a month. I think I could probably do 6. Someone on one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of recommended this book, that this is kind of it's the same world as the Throne of the Fallen, in that I would enjoy it. So I ordered it. Definitely I'm going to read it. And of course, I am going to read Fourth Wing. Check this out. I ordered a copy of the regular one when Iron Flame, and my goal was really to. So, and then I was at Costco, and I think it was the day that Iron Flame was released, and Costco had, I still have the price tag on it, Costco had this copy. So I sent my other copy back to Amazon and kept this one. It's so pretty. I can't wait to read it. It is on my TBR. I just want to know what the big deal is about. Am I going along with a group trying to be like everybody else? Absolutely. No, I'm excited. I want to see what the fuss is about. So it is on my TBR. It'll probably get read. If not in December, definitely in January. December's a little busy for me. So yeah, definitely that's another one with me. And then Divine Rivals. It's supposed to be good. I don't know too much about it other than I guess some writers or something and solving something. I don't know. Anyway, I read it. Excited about that. And I've read nothing by Cassandra Clare. So Swordcatcher, I want to read that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I bought this book because the cover was pretty and because somebody else recommended it. So looking forward to reading it, diving into it, figuring out what this is about. Definitely Powerless. Again, don't know much about it. Another Romantasy. And then also Hunting Adeline. Is this Hunting? I am excited about reading this. I don't know. Does this fall under Romantasy or does it fall under dark romance? Not sure, but I'm super excited about it. I've heard good and bad things. I'm excited to kind of dive in and figure out what's going on with that. And then, let's see. Cruel Prince is also, I think this is also a Romantasy. So definitely excited about that and excited about reading it. And I've heard mixed reviews about it. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm so I really am enjoying the first Romantasy that I'm reading. So, and if the books are anything like that, I'll probably be reading a lot of Romantasies next year. And then of course, I'm gonna do it. I will do it. Because I am curious. And also, I bought the Crescent City books because honestly, I love the cover. They're pretty. I was at Barnes & Noble living my best life about 2-3 months ago, and I saw them, and I'm like, I don't know what these books are about, and I really don't care. I'm buying them. So again, the Akatar, the first one, I am going to read it, and so I'm excited about it. And then lastly, and this should have been part of when I was going over the rom-com, Twisted Love. So Anna Hong, I have not read anything by her, and I've heard a lot of great things. So definitely, I'm looking forward to reading that. So again, these are the books that I will be reading. And I have 24 books. I counted them. And so definitely looking forward to, and they're on this shelf. So this is going to be, I need to reorganize the shelf. This would be my TBR shelf for the books. And as I am determining my to read list, I'll be going through the shelf and grabbing the books. So I'm super excited about everything. Thank you guys for kind of coming along with me. Thank you for this journey. Please like and subscribe to my channel and share. And as always, I am doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway once I get there. Right now, I don't have that many subscribers, so. But once I get to 1,000 subscribers, my goal is to buy 10 contemporary books and put them in the little library in the locations near me. Okay, thank you again. I'm Tyler Price. My information is in the description if you want to connect with me. As I said, for this channel, we're talking about books, money, productivity, and lifestyle. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, guys.